Jess-Paige's channel. Today I am doing a video. This is honestly the second time me recording this video because I rambled a lot. So here we are. It is Wednesday, so on Wednesdays we wear pink. So I've got a pink jumper. I have this very dramatic cut crease situation going on. It's doom and gloom outside. Half of my town is flooded. So while it's all doom and gloom and realistically it's making me want to go back to bed and watch Netflix, I'm out here with this look for you guys. Deflection. So today's video, as you can tell possibly from the title, I actually don't know what I'm going to title this video, but it's going to be something along the lines of mental health, body image, body positivity, and probably giving no fucks about very small-minded opinions. But, hi, I'm Jess, I'm brutally honest. I don't sugarcoat things, I don't soften the blow on things, I'm very brutally honest. And for me to be honest, real, raw, truthful to you guys and not lie to you guys, I have to be brutally honest. I have to not sugarcoat things. I have to cut the bullshit out. And that's how I am in person, that's how I am day to day. I cut the bullshit, I say it how it is. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. That's your prerogative, that's your mentality. That's fine. I will warn you now. This could be a long video. There could be things that you don't want to hear because I am that brutally honest. If this is going to be a very long video, this may be like a 2-part, 3-part thing, and if that is the case, they will come out weekly. I'm going to try and not ramble as much this time because honestly, I filmed this once already and it took me 2 hours. So I'm going to try and a cute hour, you know? So question 1, numero uno, is how do I accept my body? It's not going to be like somebody else's, and how do I accept what I have? Now, it's a struggle. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that you're just going to change your mindset and it's going to be there, done and dusted. I don't think there's even a cure for this. I struggle with my body image and the way I look and the way I feel every single day. I do. I'm like you. Provided you're not a sociopath, we feel the same things. And how I accept my body, I started to... Okay. Be truthful, Jess. 4 or 5 years ago, I started to look for acceptance in the wrong places. I started to ask people who I did not know, who did not know me, who, you know, and I started to ask people, am I pretty? Would you date me? Would you do this? Would you do that? Am I good enough? And for the most part, they would say, yeah, you're a good looking girl, you're a decent girl. And then you'd get the people who, nah, you're ugly. You know, no, you're not pretty, you're not sexy, like, ooh, lose weight, go to the gym. You know, you get people like that. And it's very disheartening, it's very demoralising and belittling. But it was through that time that I started to realise that the only way someone else could possibly love me is if I started to love myself. Your journey that you are about to take, you need to accept your starting position, where you are starting from. And for me, it was to lose weight. And, you know, I felt really fat, really ugly, and that I would never be with someone. And it is really sad because I am petrified of being alone for the rest of my life. It actually terrifies me to the point I'm actually holding back tears right now thinking about it. But a life lesson doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't come to you naturally. That's why it's called a life lesson. And I learned that the only person, the only opinions that I should worry about, care about, are my own. I shouldn't be looking for acceptance from guys who will not respect me, who do not care. I need to find acceptance in myself, and to do that, I need to realise that my body, it's not going to be like Kim Kardashian who's had surgery or whatever. It's not going to be like the Victoria's Secret models who probably had plastic surgery. It's not going to be like a bodybuilder. And as soon as I realised that my body is my own and I should be proud of it, because at the end of the day my body is made up of genetics from my mother and my father. I am part Irish, I am part Dutch. You can't edit, Photoshop your heritage, your genetics, where you came from. And as soon as I realised that I am my own person, what you see is my individuality, it's my personality, the way I present myself, through the clothes that I wear, through the makeup that I wear, is my individuality, is my label. Because I don't want to be labelled as just some plus size woman who has a sympathy for. I'm a plus size woman who deserves to be loved, who deserves to have a family, a successful career, like everyone else. We should be proud of where we come from, and a lot of people that you see on social media, so Photoshop, face tuned, edited, or it's plastic surgery, and you can never, 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 never in a million years compare natural to silicone. Period. Are we living in a Barbie doll factory or a world that's dying of global warming? Because all these influencers look the same. Where's their individuality? Where's them standing out for the crowd? What makes them so different and unique when you've all had the same plastic surgery, when you are all starting to look the same? We should only be accepting acceptance from ourselves. We should only be accepting judgment of ourselves. We shouldn't be listening to some 60-year-old crazy guy on the internet saying. We shouldn't be listening to 15-year-olds who think porn's realistic. By the way, darlings, you've just had your first one. Sad to tell you this, but what you see on Pornhub and what happens in the bedroom, two completely different things. Sorry to burst your bubble. It is a life lesson that, like I said, takes time to learn, and it's not an overnight thing. It is a struggle, and I struggle with it all the time. But don't ever compare yourself. Don't ever look for acceptance in the wrong places. The only person that you should be looking for acceptance from is you. Nobody else. I try to live my life by this quote, and it's a very powerful quote, and it's something that sums this whole situation up, I think, to be fair. And the quote goes, sometimes you need to forget how you feel and remember what you are worth. You may feel depressed, fat, ugly, anxious, but you're worth so much more. It's easier said than done, but as soon as you accept yourself and point out the best parts of you instead of your flaws, you will be able to accept yourself a lot more. And as soon as you start to accept yourself and less of the comparison, which is question 3, how do I feel about comparing myself? As soon as you do more accepting and less comparing, you will feel a lot better. You will feel like a new woman, like a new man, and you will feel so good about yourself. And I know a lot of times it's really hard because you have social media and stuff like that, but honestly the best thing for you is to take breaks from social media. Stand in front of the mirror every morning or every other morning and pick out 3 things that you like about yourself. And gradually, over time, you start hearing yourself repeat, I'm this, I'm that. You'll start to believe it. Instead of saying, well, I'm ugly and I'm fat and I'm worthless, instead of saying that, because you've already believed that, because you've heard yourself say it, as soon as you do the polar opposite, say, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm stunning, I'm my own individual, I'm my own person, I have nice eyes, my makeup's good today, oh, you know what, I really like this outfit today, it really brings out my eye colour, or you know what, I really like this jumper because it's my favourite colour and it looks cute. The more times you say the more positive things about you, again, easier said than done, but the more times you hear yourself say it, the more you're going to believe it and the happier you will be. At this moment in time, is my hair gonna get any better throughout this video? No. Do I really care? No. How do I feel about the whole comparing myself to other people? As soon as you realise that the only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you was yesterday to the person that you are now, and you shouldn't be comparing yourself to somebody else because genetics over fake, you can't compare, and you shouldn't be looking for acceptance anywhere else. Moving onwards, how do you feel about the media setting society norms? Yeah, that's always a fun topic. Since when do big boobs, Love Island, equate to plus size? Because I can tell you for a fact now, there's a lot of plus size girls that don't have big boobs. No, I don't think it's just the media setting the norms. I think it's us as a human species, to be fair. I think it's all of us. The more people talk out about things, you know, to break the stigma, the more society will talk about things, and the more the media will talk about things. So I don't think it's media setting the norms, but it's us telling the media, and the media are then broadcasting it, if that makes sense. Moving on from the media, thoughts about people's judgments on body size, i.e. fat equating to lazy, i.e. medication, i.e. eating disorders. I think I've kind of covered that with the media, but I'm going to continue. Fat people, obese people, plus size people do not equate to being lazy. Now, yes, there are some people that eat and eat and eat and do not exercise. Not denying that, but you cannot tarnish everyone with the same name. Not every fat person, obese person is lazy. Some people... Oh, this is triggering. Some people are fat because they have cancer. And the medication that they are on, steroids, being a body enhancer, makes them put on weight. My father was that f***ing person. There's also other people who are fat because they are socially anxious. Because they feel that f***ing judged that they can't go to the gym. But then they don't know enough to work out at home. Or they don't know enough to eat healthy. There's fat people who have other diseases, who have medication with side effects. But yes, there are people who are just lazy. But then the polar opposite to plus size is the skinnier boys and girls who may, for whatever reason, can't put on weight, who may have recovered from anorexia. And if you have recovered from anorexia, bulimia or anything like that, I'm happy you're still alive, because that could have potentially killed you. And if people think it only works one way, you're skinny, you don't get shamed, you don't get shamed because you're skinny. No. What f*** do we live in? Yes, I'm fat, but even I f***ing know that a size 2, size 4, size 6, they could go into a shopping centre and be judged for being too skinny. Not being able to buy clothes because they're too skinny. It's the exact same, just two different ends of the spectrum. What kind of things can you do to unlearn what a bad body is? Like, I feel like society is screwed towards favouring bodies with no scars, no stretch marks, no hair, no body fat, and I internalise it, and as a result hate myself for having those things. What kind of things can a person do to retrain their brain to see their flaws as acceptable and lovable after being force-fed these ideals that are the opposite? It almost feels like second nature to hate my body for those very specific reasons that I want to unlearn completely eventually. I know it's because I've just internalised it at this point over the years to not even think twice. I wish I had that same not think twice nature about my body being good too. We do internalise a lot of stuff that we hear, whether it's from what we see on social media, from comments that we read, from hearing it. You do internalise a lot of hate. Don't think even I can answer that, because I struggle. I haven't overcome it or found a cure or anything like that. I struggle with that as well. I internalise a lot of hate. I internalise a lot of self-hate more so. Oh, I hate this. I hate my stomach because I have stretch marks. I hate my legs because they're fat. They've got cellulite. And, you know, I internalise a lot of self-hate. And it's because of what I see on social media. Yes, I've said that I don't go out looking for acceptance from other people. I try not to compare myself and stuff like that. But brutally honest, I'm just like you. And I said that at the start of this. I'm just like you. I have feelings and emotions and triggers just like the next person. Yeah, they may not be the same, but I still get triggered, and we internalise a lot of hate, and that then leads to not having very good mental health, and that leads to depression and bipolar and borderline personality disorders and dissociative identity disorders. It's triggering. It's hard to kind of release that internalised hate. It is very hard. I think the only way I can possibly answer this, and as a society can rectify this, is if more people with body hair, self-harm scars, uses medication, you know, all these flaws, these things that shouldn't be normalised, you know. I think if more people come out, yeah, I've got self-harm scars, yeah, I'm on medication, yeah, I have depression, yeah, I have multiple personalities, yes, I have this and this and this. I think the more people that speak out about it, and the more you hear it, the more you see it, the more you will start internalising that, as opposed to the self-hate. I feel like I can't really answer this other than by saying that we have to kind of rely on society, because as a society, as a demographic, a community, we have allowed this to fluctuate into what it is. The only way I could probably say about relearning and how to not internalise the hate and to learn that there isn't a bad body is maybe reading quotes, listening to self-help books, self-care books, finding people on social media who you can relate to, because obviously not everyone's going to be able to relate to me. I don't have self-harm scars. I don't. I'm just a fat person sitting on the camera with double chins and hoping someone somewhere can relate, but not everyone can. So I think it's a case of finding who you can relate to. Listen to what they have to say, which will hopefully give you the courage to speak out about it, and then once you're able to speak out about it, that's going to be a knock-on effect, that's going to be a chain reaction, a ripple effect, and somebody else is going to be able to do the same. So I think the more people that talk out about it, the more people that are more positive about these kind of things. Self-harm scars, they're nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of. You went through a dark time that warranted you to do that. And it's like I said to one of the other questions. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person that you were yesterday. The only person that you should be looking for acceptance from is yourself. Yes, granted, some validation and some reassurance is always great, especially if you're in a partnership, in a relationship. You should be able to support each other and reassure each other, but if you're by yourself, you reassure yourself. You don't look for the acceptance from anybody else. I am like you, and I find it so hard every day to fight my battles alone, but I know somewhere, someday, somehow, there is going to be a better day. And like I said, compare yourself to the way you were the day before. Yesterday, I was very low. I was depressed. I cried myself to sleep. I really wasn't motivated. I was low, depressed, alone, really in a very bad place. And now today, the day after, I'm sat talking to you guys, telling you that you are worth so much more than how you feel. I'm hoping that I've been able to cover these questions in as much detail and depth as I possibly can, but try to keep it short. If there is any further questions, I mean, I'm all up for discussions in the comments. I'm all up for discussions on my Twitter. That's why I have most of them anyway. This video is something that I don't normally do, but I want to do more of. Don't know if there's anything else that I need to say, but if you did like this video, then click thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, click thumbs down. That's absolutely fine. If you've got this far, please subscribe. Click the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload, which is every Tuesday with this face. Sometimes we talk mental health, which I want to talk more about, and body image, which I want to talk more about. But I do a lot of plus size hauls and beauty stuff, and anything that you kind of suggest, really, just tweet me and let me know. I have a phone call. Hello. So yeah, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe. I'm here every Tuesday. I've said all this already, but I'm telling you again anyway. I hope you had a good day wherever you are in the world. Hopefully your mental health is doing good, your physical health is doing good. I hope you have a good day. I hope it's not flooded, because it's flooding where I am right now. Wow. Also, if you want a tutorial on this makeup look, I know it's very, very glary for a Wednesday afternoon, let me know as well, and I will do that for you. I don't think there's anything else that I need to tell you guys. I don't think. But I will see you in the next one. Bye!